Welcome to Lens Dynamic. For the home coffee brewing of the banana ferment brew, we had a video earlier of ground up coffee, ground up cafe in Jayanagar, Bangalore, where we showed you the outdoors brewing video with the coffee master, with the barista. Now, for a home brewing session, I have had this coffee a few times over the week and I have really enjoyed it. So, thought I'll just share a pour over brew of the same. So what I've done is I've just brewed the coffee and I think now it's ready for a pour. So a little bit about the coffee. From the lush foothills of Western Ghats, ground up brings the perfect balance of richness and earthiness in a cup. Hand-picked quality beans from our heritage Salavara estate, set in the bountiful lands of Chikmagalur. I was really impressed with this coffee because, as the barista told us the last time, this coffee, as you know, the coffee bean needs to be dried up first. It is done under the sun typically, and then the coffee beans are either washed or processed. So in many places in the world, there is bigger setups of commercial coffee beans being washed. But what happens in some of the more, what should I say, ingenious methods where they really respect the bean and the flavor, the terroir, is they wash it with after fermenting it with some ingredients. So the ingredient can be anything that is locally grown along with the coffee. So it could be anything from jackfruit to banana to any other fruit like orange or so on. In this particular variant, they brew it, they ferment it with banana over 1 or 2 days. So the coffee bean is basically becomes a pulpy format, and then when the washing is done, at the end you just get the pure coffee bean, which would have acquired the flavors of banana within that. So not only it helps in the fermenting process in a very natural way, because you would imagine the fruit provides the acidic kind of component, and makes the process more effective and faster of the fermentation of the bean. It also brings in the flavors of that entire ecosystem of the entire environment that is there in the around where the coffee is grown. So I tried the coffee last time and I really liked it. Not only it was very flavorful, it was high on the acidity, but it has a lot of complexity in terms of having the flavors of banana, and it gave me a typical palate of something that is high grown but also something which is very carefully crafted. So I was really impressed with banana ferment. In fact, when I buy a coffee in the store, it often happens that over the period of days when I have it at home, the kind of impression goes down a bit, but not in this case. I've had this twice and I'm really enjoying this brew. So just for one last pour of this coffee, another interesting thing that the barista Hetal told me was that you should wait a minute between two consecutive pours, and she suggested that I pour just three, that I do just three pours of this coffee. I'm using a V60 kind of pour over setup by Herio, while in the store, as you saw, there was a different setup with the origami kind of paper and so on. So it, as explained in the previous video, it lends to kind of a different settling of the coffee, as you can see with the filtering and the brewing process. The coffee grounds will form a V-like pattern. In the origami, it will form a flat pattern. So the brewing is almost over. I'll just give it a few seconds more. Here I have, to go with the coffee tasting, I have some banana cake. That's from a Bangalore bakery, deserted, and there is some cookies and a banana cake. So the brew is ready. I'll just taste it again. again very complex flavor. I get a lot of nice fruitiness to this. There is a very complex acidity, and above all, it gives a kind of a fresh kick to the palate. So again, very good coffee that has impressed me a lot. The banana ferment from ground up, and I'm just going to enjoy it with some of the complimentary stuff here. And hope you are also enjoying your coffee. And stay tuned to the channel.